is Kevin Hernandez.
And Melanie Hernandez.
And welcome to Spill the Tea. And today we're spilling the tea on tobacco,
which is brought to you by Colton Community Coalitions for Change,
who works to reduce underage drinking, smoking, and other drug use one community at a time. Today we have Maria Jimena Vasquez with us today. Thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
I know you've been involved in the Colton Community Coalitions for Change since you were very little, since elementary school. You're a part of a 2-year project to help reduce underage smoking. Tell us how that experience has been.
Well, so this was like 10 years ago. It was a long time, almost a decade. I remember, being a little elementary kid in 2010. And I came to the office because I was kind of curious about the subject of how we can, how I can help my peers, not to get involved in drugs, because I grew up, my mom was like, oh, don't do drugs because they're bad for you, And so I walked into the office with Mirza, and I remember she gave me a bunch of information on alcohol, drugs, and everything. And I remember being like a little kid and reading all these negative consequences, and then I come back with a bunch of notes written. So I remember that was my beginning point. But throughout the years I've been involved in a lot of alcohol prevention campaigns, like zero tolerance in sports. We helped athletes not to let them know what the consequences of drinking alcohol when they're athletes. We were involved also in the tobacco campaign that was going on a couple 2 years ago. And there's just so many things that I can tell you. It's a very long trajectory, a very long timeline, but I think in relation to my experience, it's been a very positive experience. A lot of hard work involved, and a lot of experiences with the community and youth.
Today we will be talking about use and opinions of flavored tobacco products, and we'll be referencing the California Student Tobacco Survey throughout this interview. Do you believe youth are more attracted to flavored tobacco products?
Unfortunately, I think that a lot of the youth now are really attracted to flavors. For example, my brother, he loves candy, and a lot of the kids, love what are those called, the sour gummies or the gummy bears. So a lot of the youth nowadays, they like this idea of, oh, this tastes good. And so I think in relation to the youth, a lot of the youth are gravitated to flavored tobacco products because, it'll taste good. This is caramel flavor, or the ads you see on the television, they're dulce de leche. So a lot of these kids are very attracted to flavored tobacco products because it's appealing to them.
According to the California Student Tobacco Survey, the vast majority, which was an estimate of 87.9% of high school students in San Bernardino County who were current tobacco users, reported using a flavored tobacco product.
You're right, Melanie. That's correct. The most popular flavored tobacco products they use were little cigars and cigarillos, which is 90.3%, the e-cigarettes at 88.9%, and the hookah at 81.4%. In your experience, why do you think these were the most popular flavored tobacco products among the youth?
I think, like you said, 90% of the population in terms of youth like little cigarettes, because I think to the youth it's more accessible. Like we saw in the past 2 years, we ran those decoy operations where it's just really easy to have $1.50 in your pocket. You have $1.50 in your pocket at all times, right?
Yeah.
And so at our age, it's what we are in the reach of. So a lot of these youth, it was easy to buy. A lot of people who were selling these products, they didn't really ask for much. So I think they're more attracted to these those popular flavored tobacco products because they're more accessible. And I know with hookah and e-cigarettes, a lot of the times youth can buy them online. They ask their friend who may be 21 years older, hey, can you buy me a vape pen? Or other friends who, they sell these types of products. So it's easier and accessible to youth, and I think that's why many youth have access to it. And in relation to flavor, like I said before, it's just more appealing. I mean, it'd be more appealing. I mean, you wouldn't want anything that tastes bad, right? So I think that's why a lot of the youth are gravitating towards flavors and flavored tobacco products.
Based on the survey, when asked to choose between fruit, sweet, mint, liquor, and tobacco flavors, 87% of high school students in San Bernardino County indicated using fruit or sweet flavored e-liquids most often. Why do you think mint, liquor, and tobacco flavor are the least popular among youth?
Like I said, it's all in relation to the taste. Like I told you, Kevin, we don't get things that are gonna taste bad, and so I think in relation to that, packaging is also another way that flavored tobacco product is marketed as well. So it's more appealing to you because I remember when I walk into gas stations or liquor stores, I know all the packaging. You have like the regular tobacco packet of cigarettes, which is kind of like a red color, and it's not necessarily appealing to the eye. But when you look at like products that have that have flavors, they're bright colors, they're almost fruity colors, very appealing to the eye as well. So I think in relation to that, flavor and packaging and appealingness is another reason why it's more appealing to the youth, and why mint and liquor and tobacco flavor are like least popular to the youth.
What will you say to the young people watching right now who are on the fence about trying any of these products?
Well, I think something that's very important that, and I remember this because my parents would tell me, you make your own decisions. Whether you want to try this or not, I think that all decisions have consequences, and especially the negative ones. You might have peers telling you, oh, just one time, it won't do anything. Or just try this. And I think that on the long run, they do have really negative consequences. I mean, even now, I saw a news article that said, I know that with this whole pandemic going on, I know that one of the groups that news article mentioned was like people at risk, which were people who smoked or people who vaped, were most at risk for catching COVID in that pandemic. So I was like, these are the long-term consequences in terms of young people starting to smoke. And you might not see the consequences now, but I think on the long run, when you're older, you might have been like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have started smoking. So that's one of the advice, think before you do, kind of thing.
I know you were one of the youths that worked to pass CTRL in Colton. Do you think this will help reduce flavored tobacco sales that are targeting youth?
I think for one part, yes, because this will help local stores, and they will be penalized for selling tobacco to youth. But for one part, I think our job as youth and as young adults is to just keep persevering, keep informing, because we all know that the youth are very smart and they can find their way around things. So as you can pass a policy in your city, but at the same time, we are here to kind of enforce that to educate the community, and we are here to educate our peers as well. So that's our job as well. So it's not like you pass a policy, that's it, you know, job done. No, it's a constant kind of hardworking effort within the whole community to help youth and to educate youth in this.
And lastly, is there anything you would like to say to our viewers?
To you guys, whoever is watching this, well, I would just like to say thank you for watching and for taking the time to, you know, watch this interview and just get informed of what's going on in our community in relation to use and opinion of tobacco products. I want to say thank you to MHS and all of the staff, Mirsa, Lupita, Vanya, and Diana. So I just want to say thank you so much for, you know, letting me be interviewed and taking the time, as well as Kevin and Melanie. Thank you so much. I know they just currently graduated from Colton High School, so I would like to say congratulations to you guys. You guys are doing amazing work in our community.
I say thank you very much, Maria Jimena, for joining us in Spill the Tea. Please don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Community Coalitions for Change. This is Kevin.
And Melanie Hernandez, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is a message on behalf of the Colton Community Coalitions for Change. This video is a reminder that you can all make a positive change in your community to help reduce tobacco and other drug use among youth. How, you may ask? Calling all Colton residents! We invite you to take part of our current Mission Possible campaign to reduce youth access to tobacco products. All youth and adults are welcome to participate from the city of Colton. By joining this campaign, you'll have the opportunity to express your opinion on underage tobacco use and to be a part of the positive community conversation. Sign up today to receive your very own Mission Possible kit, which includes this cool t-shirt and more. For more information or to join this campaign, email communitycoalitionsforchange@gmail.com. And again, thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.